Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dan, the voice behind ThatKaitoDan, and welcome to my reaction to the death battle between Goro and Machamp. But before we get started, as always, please make sure you are watching this episode first through roosterteeth.com to support the show and the fantastic people behind it. I've jumped from just watching the Grey vs S death battle to this one, so that's why I'm wearing the same stuff, and it is time for the battle of the four-arm fisticuffs. I've got a little bit of history with Mortal Kombat and a lot of history with Pokemon, so this one I at least have a bit more knowledge on for the most part in terms of their fighters. Goro, I know, was like the initial big hurdle in terms of boss characters for the original Mortal Kombat, and was seen as like the champion of the tournament for I believe it's like one more before 10, so that's 9. I know maths. This is what happens when I don't have a script. I at least know that Goro was like a huge monster of a fighter for like the early stages of the tournament's history. And even though there was some defeats in like his future fights to come, he's still an absolute menace. Four-arm Dragon Prince, I think it was. So yeah, he's an absolute terror. Definitely like a toughie to face in any sense. And in terms of Machamp, obviously, as someone who grew up from the start of the series, I grew up with Generation 1, so I'm very familiar with Machamp as well as like his whole line. So at least in terms of that, it's interesting because I'm going with, it's a fight between a character that's got a lot of lore-based, examples of fights, and then the other one is a lot of statistical fights, but no real concrete ones. I mean, sure, there's been Machamps used in the anime, in, like the manga and other video games and stuff like that. But it's not with a lot of lore to it. It's mostly just through the Pokédex stuff, which is still lore in its own sense, but it's a different kind to story-based. So that's going to be interesting there. And obviously the fact that one's a killer fighter and the other one, there's no killing in the world of Pokemon, at least not without purpose. I also got a little fun bit with this in the fact that I know the voice actor is for Machoke is Keston Howard, aka Lucario's Claw, who is someone I've had a lot of interactions with over the years. I've known him since like the early days of both me and him doing fan dubs and him really getting into his own as a voice actor. So it's going to be fun to see him in another one of these death battles. I think the last one he was in was Captain Falcon, which was one that he was actually... I talked with him about it, and he was kind of sad that I didn't react to that one because he wanted to see my reaction to a death battle that he was in. So, Keston, if you're watching this, I hope you enjoy this. Long overdue, sorry. Yeah, looking forward to hearing a lot of Machamps from him. But yeah, I'm rambling at this point. So, in terms of who I'm going to back first, before the facts, I'm going with Goro just because I think he's got the experience factor, the more experience in terms of being a knuckle dragon. There has to be a winner fighter, but I'm gonna have to wait and see how the stats and all that pan out. So let's get into this, shall we? Count it down with me. 3, 2, 1.
Bruce Lee once said, I don't believe in different ways of fighting. We all have 2 arms and 2 legs, so that is why I believe there should be only
for the most part
of fighting.
Okay.
Boy, he never met these 4-armed fighters with
I wonder if they are going to use the Pokken model. I guess that would be the easiest one. They're doing a pixel.
From the Kanto region.
And then you could just use... Hey, they got the Twilight Wings footage. And it looked like they are using the Pokemon because there's a little bit of the 3D there. Yeah, I love that theme.
With a reputation like that, you better believe the first boss in the game would be a champion.
Yeah,
who's won 9
he was
times
the big hurdle.
Kick your ass, he'll rip your arms off too. This is Goro, prince of the Shokan people and one of their strongest warriors. He's 8 feet 2 inches tall, weighs 550 pounds, and clocks in at
500
years
year.
old with no signs of slowing down. He's been through a hell of a lot during his run, but here are the highlights. He fought in a civil war.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's had a lot of lore changes as well. That's one thing to take.
He's a half-humanoid, half-dragon person.
Yep, I was right about the dragon part.
A half-dragon with 4 arms. Not many. Most of the
He doesn't look like much of a dragon, but hey, what dragons do you know has 4 arms?
After living for as long as he has, you better believe
Not sure about the yin yang thong, but
he's got 500
different
years of
times.
experience in Mortal Kombat tournaments and has mastered a ton of different fighting styles. He's obviously familiar with the Shokan style, which uses his extra appendages to lethal effect.
Fatalities, disconnect for Dragon Fangs, and Shokan amputation.
Which is much more elaborate and relies on the strengths of a more traditional humanoid body.
Right.
Kicks and stuff. Right. On top of that, Goro's
Blunt.
got a ton of fun tricks up his 4 sleeves, like fireballs, dragon breath, high-flying stomps.
Yeah, that's another detail. He's got
Crushing
fire powers and like the other stuff. Well, Machamp I think is just strictly physical. I don't know if he's got like anything like Fire Blast or anything like that.
Oh my God. Are you okay, Boomstick? Well, is it weird that Goro kind of reminds me of the guy that my ex-wife ran off with?
Oh,
Why, because he's so
really?
tough?
We're
Yeah,
getting
but
death
he's
battle
got
lore.
4 arms. I mean, how am I supposed to keep up with that? He's got 2 more hands than me.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
kind of depressing.
Anyway, all those tournament titles, it's
Swiftly moving on to what we're trying to talk about.
Mortal Kombat combatants with a K.
With a K.
Characters like
Yeah.
Cabal, Johnny Cage, or even Kotal Khan, who once destroyed this ship.
Comics.
Which is clearly inspired
Extra
by
stuff there.
Spanish conquistadors. Based on historical references to similar ships, the power needed to destroy one like this would require over 3 billion joules of energy.
Really?
We also saw
To take out a wooden
this
ship?
temple with almost 270
And speaking of
tons
Captain Falcon.
TNT, which is a lot. On top of that, Cabal can move fast enough to parry machine gun fire. To pull that off, you'd have to be moving almost 3 times as fast as sound. Goro's not the only impressive Shokan.
Oh yeah, the tiger one.
Kintaro survived
Kintaro.
this massive explosion.
I remember that there was a different, like, four-armed fighter.
Posit that this explosion yielded a force equivalent to over 25 tons of TNT.
Right, okay.
They're tough people, that's for sure, and super proud. After a disappointing loss to the Shaolin monk Liu Kang, Goro was unable to secure a 10th MK title in a row.
It was,
What
alright,
seriously
okay,
hurt his
I got that
warrior
right.
pride. He didn't stop beating
Jesus Christ.
Not only did he
The fatalities in this series are wild, probably to the point of being too gruesome to really enjoy.
one with a similarly
There's a
powerful
character called Kotal Cats?
But he never stayed in one place for too long.
Why not?
When he pissed off Kotal Khan and got his arms ripped off.
Really?
Even without his primary weapons at his side, Goro would not give
Damn,
up.
he still kept fighting.
Defeat the ninja Kenshi without any freaking
Damn.
God damn. Also,
Okay, so that's an interesting detail.
throw Professor X in there and you have yourself the ultimate and definitely most offensive crippled threat match.
Oh god.
Oh boy, I've got one leg. With or without his many titles,
Oh,
Goro always
Strofe.
has the make of a champion. His determination and will to fight is only matched by his strength, power, and, frankly, bloodlust. Even with his
There's a lot of characters in Mortal Kombat that I think has bloodlust.
Shokan.
Jesus. Okay, so has a lot in Goro's favor. I'm still feeling confident picking him. But let's see what they got for Machamp.
Superpower Pokemon Machamp is a fighting type that originated in the Kanto region. They begin their lives as the youthful Machamp, which train tirelessly to learn and eventually.
I don't think I
master
used
every form
the
of
Machamp
arts.
line a lot
It's
over the
lethal
years.
combo of a
Because I
durable
covered the fighting type with other types.
They're jacked. The Machamp possesses muscles more dense than humans that allow them to train for long periods of time.
And I know the Machoke is used a lot as movers.
Young Machamp will reach a new level, leaving behind the days of its youth and
Wacha!
evolve into a Machoke. The Machoke
Oh,
is strong
Pokemon
enough to
Go.
lift dump trucks with ease. And
See?
once he's
Movers.
moved on from the teenage days of angst and rebellion, Machoke evolves into the Rock Spirit Pokemon.
Oh, that is a weird visual. Machamp with a rock head. Well-known trainers, B, Blue, Bruno, Karina, Giovanni. Yep. It's cool that they're using the Twilight Wings episode, because that was a really good episode. It really helped out B a lot. In fact, the Twilight Wings stuff is fantastic. You definitely need to check it out if you haven't. Yeah, these guys are brutes.
Questionable pet and owner relationships aside, Machamp seems to simply enjoy helping
Detective Pikachu.
in the Pokemon arena or in the outside.
The weirdest Pokemon I would have thought for a traffic warden, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, he doesn't have a lot. He doesn't have anything like fire, flamethrower, that kind of stuff. So Goro has that in his arsenal. Goddamn seismic toss. Yep.
Pokemon like Machamp make for fearsome predators against normal, ice, rock, and dark types. Even steel-type Pokemon turn brittle under Machamp's brute strength.
Don't know how that will play into Goro, because he's probably classed as a fighting type for the most part. Fighting dragon, I guess.
And mystical fairies.
Pokemon's fucking weird.
Yes, it's weird, but that's the charm of it.
The most common of which is named Guts. Whenever a Machamp
Right.
is burned, poisoned, or paralyzed, its adrenaline
Ooh.
spikes, increasing its physical power.
Hang on a second.
Physical moves, which is like
So he can take being burned and poisoned.
Machamp can punch 1,000 times.
1,000 punches in 2 seconds.
And can move mountains
Huh.
with one hand.
Oh god, there's an ugly shiny. Why do they always end up being ugly green for most of these shinies?
Punches in Pokken Tournament. To do this in 2 seconds,
Right, that's interesting. Because I don't think Goro's going to be able to do something like that. He's more or less in the realm of realistic, for the most part, fighting. And the Guts ability.
In order to move a mountain, Machamp
Huh.
need to exert anywhere from 8 to 30 kilotons of TNT. And pulling off their signature move, Seismic
I
Toss,
might be turning the corner because of that ability.
considering an average weight of 200 kilograms.
Depends on his durability.
And the speed at which they travel when thrown. A typical Machamp's throwing power would need to be equivalent to over 100.
Let's just keep repeating that footage, poor Raticate.
Machamps can also take a lot of damage. They live and
Right,
fight
this is
together
important.
after all.
As we can see, Machops and Machotes in particular are raised in herds of their own kind. It's natural that they would fight all the time, exhausting an insane amount
So they
of
can
power.
take the amount of power that they are known for dishing out.
They look great while doing it. There's
Huh?
even a fan club of people
Huh?
who find themselves unexplainably attracted to them. This is great.
In-universe or out-universe?
His wife.
What?
Didn't even make it halfway through the reception. I guess
Oh,
my
God.
signature move is signing divorce papers.
Ooh.
The Machamp
This is
is
getting
so
depressing.
strong, the species have become a favorite amongst gym leaders, such as Giovanni and B.
Makes sense. They can go head to head with a ton of
I'm
crazy strong
actually
Pokemon.
thinking I'm gonna switch allegiance.
Extremely tough Pokemon that
Because the
rounds out
Guts thing I
any
think is
roster.
gonna come into play.
They literally live.
And the fact that they can punch 1,000 times in 2 seconds. And they can actually take that amount of power themselves from living in herds.
It's time for
Yeah, I'm gonna take a gamble and I'm gonna switch back in Machamp. Let's see what happens. Come on, Keston, do me proud in this. I must hide my shame.
You're no Shokan.
I don't know who the voice actor is for Goro, unfortunately. The first of many Machamps. I love the remix they're going here with the Pokemon theme. Here we go. Fight! Come on, Machamp, please prove me right in changing my pick. Oh, this is cool already. I'm glad they went for a 3D model with this. Because of the pocket stuff. Oh yeah, the claw weapons. Oh! This is going to be interesting just in the fact that they mostly are known for their fists and punching, so I wonder how the fight's going to look with just a lot of that going on. Oh! Seismic Toss! If only it was the Charizard one. The Mad Dab. Oh! Oh god, I can't believe he did that. I can't believe I did that. Right, you better win now after doing that. And making me do that.
Like a warrior. Stop saying that. Oh, no.
I don't think he can.
The champion of Mortal Kombat.
He's getting pissed off. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. I'm liking this. Just all muscle. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Rapid punches. I wonder how hard... Oh! I was about to say I wonder how hard that was to record, but... He just crushed his skull. That should be a death. Ooh. Uh-oh. Is that can't be it. Wait for it. Yes. Oh yeah. Ah, fire. Is this gonna be the guts? It has to be. Yep. I knew that was gonna come into play when they mentioned it. And that's the like the poison stuff, I think, isn't it? That's still gonna not do much on Machamp. Here we go. This is getting close now. Whoa! Cross jump and I'm guessing that's rock smash. Oh, but oh! Hello. Uh-oh. Is it just gonna be like pulling them on one by one now? Oh, Jesus. Alright. Oh. Well, we know that's not enough to stop him. Oh, he's getting it in. Come on. Oh. Is that it? Yes! Oh my god, I'm so glad I picked the choosing. Oh. I'm guessing that's still a win, even though he fainted. Yes! Oh, I'm so glad I changed my pick.
This was certainly a unique battle to experience.
Kinda, yeah. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That was fun. I really enjoyed that fight. Right. Obviously. I don't think they could fairly bring that in.
While Machamp could punch at Mach 1 speeds, Goro could technically match Cabal, who would need to move at nearly Mach 3 to parry machine gun fire.
So
right.
As far as punching speed was concerned, it looks like Goro actually had the advantage.
Except it
really
mattered. Machamp's power output outdid Goro's and then some. Even scaling Goro to Kotal Khan's ship feet and comparing it to the seismic toss, Machamp is almost 100,000 times more.
The fact that he can dish it out and take it from other Machamp. Yeah. I can see where they went with this. Exactly. As soon as they mentioned the guts, I had a feeling I had to change.
After all, their primary trait is learning how to fight.
And they fight each other, so they're the perfect opponent.
The majestic Machamp.
The majestic Machamp, fighting the ever-loving shit out of each other and scaring off any nearby passengers and walkers and all that.
You're right. The Pokemon world is wild.
Wild, completely, yeah. Is this going to be more about his ex? And he just moves on.
He didn't have enough to overpower the superpower.
Oh, this was a fun one. I really enjoyed this.
Forfeit his 4 fists. Fitting that his final fate would be so freaking gory.
Ah.
The winner is
Keston getting in one last Machamp. Good job, Keston, by the way. I love the fact that you had so much Machamps to work with, and you still did them with a lot of fun, a lot of quality to them. I also know that this is Cable versus Booster Gold, so that's going to be fun. That's the last one I need to catch up on. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This was fun in terms of like the visuals, how they made a lot of cool sequences, even with it mostly just being punches. There's some good humor in there as well, with being thrown through the door, the "stop saying that!" And again, just the numerous ways that Machamp was saying his name. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and again, I am so glad that I chose right in switching to Machamp. Fun stuff, and yep, one more catch-up death battle for me, and then I will be on the same page as everyone. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. But let me know what you guys thought about this fight and the reaction down below in the comments. And while you're at it, please hit the subscribe and bell buttons and tick the notification box to make sure you get every new video from me as they drop. And follow me on Twitter at ThatKaitoDan for more on anything to do with future reactions, updates on the channel, and more. But until next time, have a good day or good night, and peace out.